when that happens, and it does interfere with our audio. So when you hear that, that's what's happening because everybody down there is getting these alerts. But we're now talking about the area around Malibu Canyon, just next to that neighborhood that we were talking about. Now we're purely in Upper Las Virgenes. Farm Field Road is one street that already seems to have flames surrounding that block. Text me. Over here off the nose, Robbie. Yeah, wait, yeah, is that it right there? Yeah, that is that. Yeah, I'm looking at houses. I think we have a structure involved right here, guys. Go ahead, right off the, yeah, right in there, right along Collette Way, a large body of flames in the middle of these homes. I don't see any homes touched yet, but look at that. There are homes on both sides of this brush area. That was Shady Grove Place, Sloan Place, Newcastle Lane, Melbourne Court. We're talking about two separate areas, so I don't want to confuse everybody. It's a large area now that is an immediate threat. You have two separate neighborhoods that are now being touched by this fire at the exact same time. So you've got one subdivision, Newcastle Lane, Sloan Place, right here along Shady Grove Place, and then you have the neighborhood Malibu Canyon, Gates Canyon Park, immediately to the west. Both of these neighborhoods are now being touched by fire. I mean, you're right about that. And Calabasas, I mean, you're talking about a huge swath of Calabasas. I have a feeling that Hidden Hills should be spared here. In fact, they've already drawn lines between the fire and Hidden Hills. So I think all of the attention now is immediately to the west of Hidden Hills, where what started as a fire on Kenneth is now multiple fires. I know it's all one fire. We call it the Kenneth fire. But as I look out the window from the helicopter, there are fires in various directions. We're talking about a large area where there are multiple fires burning and now multiple neighborhoods being touched at the same time. I just want to make that really clear. This isn't like one specific body of flames that these crews are trying to chase. They've already got tankers showing up. They've got helicopters over here. They are trying to flood the zone with structure protection, and they will do so at all cost to save as many structures as possible. But as you're seeing from our pictures, there is already flames surrounded by homes, homes surrounded by flames. At this point, we have not seen any properties actually touched yet, but the threat is imminent. Yep, continuing to watch the fire get closer. Go ahead and push in right there. You can see some of the closest flames as fire crews pull into these neighborhoods. That is the dead end at Collette Way, and you can already see fire crews on the scene down there. I have already seen several people trying to use garden hoses to prevent this fire. This is not the time to pull out the garden hose. I know it's easier said than done, but it is a dangerous situation, and those garden hoses are just going to be no match for the flames that we're talking about, and the fire, the way it's behaving. When you have a wind-driven fire blowing towards your property, there is not much that a little garden hose can do, and that's the problem here. You see people trying at all costs to save their properties, and you sympathize with them, and you can empathize, but at the same time, it is more important to grab your belongings and start getting ready, or get ready to get out now. Right there. Yep. Same. I'm looking. It is. Looking down at the 101 right now, especially the southbound side of the 101, starting to see a real jam up as I presume folks are just trying to get away and use the 101 as the main artery out of here. Makes a lot of sense, obviously, but it is seeing a lot of slow traffic through here. As I do that, I'm also looking just to the north of us here and just trying to figure out, because there are so many active situations here between these two neighborhoods, fire approaching both of these neighborhoods. I've got to tell you, in some cases, you can already see where the brush clearance behind some of these homes has already spared the homes. If the brush clearance wasn't there, if they hadn't cleared the area around their property and their backyards, they would already be on fire. But some of these fires that are not jumping or spotting are kind of running in to dead ends. They're running out of fuel once they get to the brush clearance, and those houses could be saved because of that brush clearance. That brush clearance buys time for those homeowners and for the fire department to get there, get the structure protection in place. Even in a wind-driven fire where it's so easy to jump over a fire break or a road, or even if you've done the proper brush clearance, the wind could easily jump it, but you're still buying time. You're giving yourself every chance, and we're seeing the benefit of some of that brush clearance right here. You're seeing some of the clearance where you can see the fire kind of running up and then just kind of running out of fuel in some cases. It's really illustrative of the benefit of that brush clearance, but in other cases, that's not the case. And already, as I look out the right here, Rob, I'm not sure if you're looking in the same direction. There's a whole line of flames, again, coming close to another group of homes. What street is that? That's going to be Ardmore, Adamore Road. Fire, a line of fire running up right towards Adamar Road. It looks like there's some degree of brush clearance, but there's also a lot of trees. And again, lots of opportunity for those embers to blow through here. But Adamore Road, right here, fire right along the backyards of these houses. What's the cross street there? Adamore Road and Thousand Oaks Boulevard, or Eden Park Drive. Eden Park Drive between Adamore Road and Thousand Oaks Boulevard. Thousand Oaks Boulevard is the main street that runs through this neighborhood, and there is fire in this community that is brushing right up against these homes.